Hey, this is Don from Padlock Technologies again. We're going to talk about Umbrella. Now, I know you've seen a bunch of my other Umbrella videos, but I'm going to talk about something specifically in Umbrella that surprisingly is not in secure access, at least not that I've seen yet, but I haven't, I've deployed a lot of secure access here. So I can tell you right now, I have not seen this feature in secure access, and I hope they bring it to secure access because then uh, that'll really make a case for just moving from Umbrella to Cisco Secure Access. So, what is this feature here? Now, when you mainly talk about Umbrella, most of the deployments we talk about are very simple. It's either going to be DNS layer security or SIG. And when we talk about DNS layer security or SIG, we're talking about HQ, branch sites, SD-WAN, and maybe network devices like FTDs. You can do your DNS policies and stuff like that. But the one feature that I see that nobody really talks about is mobile devices, iOS, iPads, iPhones, Android devices, Android tablets, Chromebooks, stuff like that. But I'm just going to say mobile devices, right? Nobody really uses this feature. A lot of people don't even deploy it. So, what is it though? It allows you to take these things here, phones, iPhones on this one, and dictate policy or protect them using Umbrella. So, the same DNS and web policy, you can actually control your corporate asset, like your corporate phones, with your DNS policy. Now, I keep flashing this phone here because this is the phone that I'm going to use to show you this exact policy here. So, what does that look like in Umbrella? So, on the left hand side here, we got mobile devices. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the way to really deploy this is through an MDM. Now they have a bunch of MDMs that you can use into JAMF. I think Meraki MDM kind of integrates a lot easier, Meraki MDM, and a whole bunch of stuff. Now, in this little example, I'm using an unmanaged machine, unmanaged phone, which is this is not connected to any kind of Meraki MDM or any MDM solution. You can also use Intune as well if I didn't say Intune. Um, and as you can see, the device type here is unmanaged. This is actually connected to the identity that's in Umbrella. So you have to actually, when you do the register, you're going to have to register with an identity that's in Umbrella. So what I mean by identity is you would need to go to your users and groups and make sure your users are in here. Right now, you're going to have to do AD integration to make sure these identities are in here. If you don't do this, then you're going to run into a problem trying to register the phone. Back to what I was saying for the mobile devices, there are a couple things here from an MDM solution standpoint. When you have the MDM, it does do a fallback. So if it detects the VAs in your environment, it will not send the traffic through Umbrella through the public side. It'll only do it when you're outside the range of the VAs. Obviously, you need to go here, hit settings, and set this stuff up here. So fail open, fail close. Let's say allow all DNS traffic during network state changes or when Umbrella is unreachable, right? So this is basically, hey, if you can't reach Umbrella, you're going to still be allowed to, do DNS and stuff like that. If you change it to fail close, your phone instantly stop working. So nobody really uses fail close unless there's a specific reason why you want to use fail close. Now, from a managed standpoint, you click manage, and these are the two options you get. You have your managed by MDM and unmanaged. This phone here that I'm demonstrating is going to be an unmanaged phone. And if I go to MDM, you click Android or iOS. Now, iOS has a whole bunch of MDMs that you can actually use. Meraki is a little bit easier because it's a Cisco product, so therefore you can just link it into the MDM. You got your own Apple stuff, Mass 360, Microsoft Intune, JamF, Mobile Collect, Mobiltron, Workspace ONE, and some common configs. Android doesn't have that. You just get this Android config download. So this is, as with everything, everything's easy on iOS compared to Android. But again, they give you an option for the Android. But back to what I was saying, I'm using an unmanaged machine. You would hit next. It has the users in here already from the identity, from the AD connector. And when I hit next, I hit iOS, and then this big thing comes up, right? This is where you need to download this thing called Cisco Security Connector. If it was Android, you'd have to download this Cisco Secure Client app in Android. But since we did iOS, we just click this button here. Click this button here. The QR code comes up, and then you register on the phone. So that's it. And then once you register on the phone, you'll see this here. If it was MDM based, you will see MDM, and you see I just did this an hour ago. So it just synced an hour ago. So now that I have this in here, what can I do? So if I go down to my DNS policy, so let's get out of deployment here, go to my policies, and we go to DNS. Now you can do web as well, but that's a feature in the phone. So I got a DNS policy. I got a DNS policy in here called DNS mobile devices. Now, again, if this is your corporate asset, this is another way to protect a corporate asset. Because when people think of corporate assets, they think of laptops, they think of your internal stuff, but most of the time, roaming assets are laptops. That's what they think. They never really think about the phone that you gave them, right? And these things can be hacked into, played with, get into your corporate network through your phone, right? You can still get to a command and control machine, then you're on the inside of your network using this thing, and the next thing you know, screwed. So you got to be careful with this. Or you can put something on here, and then when you get into your network, then I can move laterally once I have a command and control machine on this. There's a whole bunch of exploits that these little things can do, right? Or get you in trouble with. So now I have this DNS mobile device policy here, which is basically a myriad of other policies. Now, I know you're going to ask, is there any caveats, anything I need to worry about with this? Number one, unmanaged, it's going to be a problem because you need to install the root CA certificate on here. You're going to run into problems where you're trying to go to a website. It's going to come up, it's going to do SSL decryption, and it's going to say, hey, you don't trust these Cisco Umbrella sub CA certificates. So this is where the MDM version comes into play, and it's a seamless experience, right? If you have corporate assets, you probably should be using an MDM to manage those corporate assets, right? So let's say something like Meraki MDM. You go in here, you push the root certificate for Umbrella to the phone. So now you don't have to worry about, hey, when I'm actually trying to use my policy, I'm getting a block page here. Since I did not do that here, you will probably see something like a block page, but I've already tested this out on a couple websites, so you may not see that at all. So this intelligent proxy, obviously you need to have SSL decryption on, and once you have the certificate on the phone, SSL decryption will work perfectly fine. But if I go to my identities, you see mobile devices. I have one mobile device. I just put all the mobile devices, but if you have more in here, you can kind of create the policy based on whatever mobile device you want to have. So now that that's done, I'm going to go and we're going to switch here. We're going to switch here, and I'm going to go to a gambling site that right now is being blocked. I'm going to go to that, and I'm going to show you Umbrella page. So, it's actually here. So I'm going to do, let's say, betus.com. So let's type that in. Matter of fact, already let me go out of here. And let's go betus. Where is it at? Here we go. So as you can see here, you can see that I'm not on there yet, but I'm going to click betus right now. And there you go. Umbrella is blocking the betus site from this mobile phone, right? And if this was a corporate asset, which technically it is, I can control people from, hey, I'm at work, but I'm at there trying to get my, whatever parlay on the Eagles game that we're going to win next week or Sunday. Get the next day parlay, and the next thing you know, you should be working, not using your corporate asset to make bets, right? So other sites obviously will be controlled by your policy and stuff like that. But this is a great feature in Umbrella that a lot of people do not use and is not in Cisco Secure Access yet. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to bring this over, especially if they watch this video. They're probably going to bring this over because this is definitely another feature of protecting assets anytime, anywhere, right? No matter where you are in the world, your corporate assets will be protected by your DNS policy. And this is the overarching policy for everything, web and DNS. Now, if you're a Cisco secure access customer, until that feature comes over, because I don't know if it's there yet, but until that feature comes over, you will not have this. But when it does come over, now you have protection for your mobile, your laptop, corporate laptop, corporate phones, and you have ZTNA and all that good stuff involved into the Cisco secure access world. So that was the mobile device protection or DNS layer protection feature that I'm not seeing a lot of people even talk about. I hope this video was informative. Don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. My subscribers are going up, so I definitely appreciate it. Especially for someone that started their channel, middle end of last year. So the fact that my subscriber channels or my subscribers have gone up based on the content means you guys are enjoying the content. This is Don from Padlock Technologies again. Thank you and have a nice day.